Hey everyone, this is Wes from the Console Gaming Crew, and we couldn't be happier to announce that we are now part of the Boss Rush Podcast Network and are featured on BossRushGames.com. BossRushGames.com is a great place where you can find up-to-date news articles, blogs, and podcasts about video games. In addition to that, there is a growing collection of podcasts in not just the gaming community, but other communities as well. We are honored to be a part of such a great network of podcasters, so please stop by and give everyone a listen. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
The biggest dick I've ever seen, really. like unbelievable. Are we on yet?
Yo, crew members, what it be?
Hello. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello.
All right, so this is going to be a little bit different today. Anthony's on drill, and we can now officially announce that Andy's on paternity leave.
Congratulations.
So,
Congratulations.
My man right there.
yes, baby Cameron has been born, and he is happy and healthy. Mom is doing great, too. And wish them all well wishes.
And just fuck Andy. Just fuck Andy.
He stood there. He stood there. Good job. Good job.
He's there for
Still got
moral
to sleep in the
support.
house with that baby.
Dude, I've done it twice. Stood there. Good job.
You still got to sleep in the house with that baby, bro.
And he does a damn good job at that, too, from what I've been told. All right, so I decided to bring some friends on today to talk a little bit about co-op games, and who better than the guys who I throw down with co-op games all the damn time with. So we have Mike Clyburn from the Twisted Cape podcast.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
A returning guest from our co-op and cross-platform episode, Dan.
Hi, how's it going?
And a newbie to the podcast. This is his debut on
He's
the
a
mics.
podcast virgin,
Popping
baby.
that cherry.
My boy Hav.
Very excited to be on your inaugural episode. Congratulations.
I just want to say,
Looking
what
forward
the
to
fuck?
it.
I'm not a returning guest? Like, that
Well,
just
no,
hurts.
you are, but I went ahead. I decided to go ahead and promote your podcast first.
He just wanted to shiv me real quick.
It's like you're an unofficial member of the podcast.
You actually pretty much are.
I
Dude.
probably.
Yeah, you
So,
You talk about me now.
yeah.
are.
So
All the
are.
time.
He does,
All
yeah.
the- between you and Alex, all the fucking time. All right, so let's kind of let's get into what we're going to talk about. So we wanted to break down some co-op games, and we figured the best way to do it is games that we have all either thrown down together as a foursome or maybe like 3-player co-op, shit like that. We've all just ran with over the years.
Let's switch it from foursome to threesome.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, just say threesome.
threesome.
Yeah.
And that's when he said threesome. Ooh, that one actually sounded good. That little
Threesome me, daddy.
That's for you, Jacob. All right. So we were talking about this before we cut the mics on, and we think the first thing we all threw down together with was Borderlands 2.
Borderlands 2.
Was it two?
correct.
It wasn't one?
No, it
I'm
was
pretty
not
sure it was
one.
2. I think one it was just the three of us.
Yeah, I know.
Right,
I
I was late to the party coming into it. When you guys got Borderlands 2, you like kind of twisted my arm to get into it.
man.
Dude, we have to twist your arm to get
Anything.
everything.
We
all right, fine.
Look, it's understandable. I get it.
Oh, yeah.
We get it. Games cost money and shit.
And-
But,
not if you
Games
have
are not
Game
cheap.
Pass.
yeah, when it's on
No.
Game Pass.
I was about to say, none of the Borderlands are on Game Pass.
No.
That's true.
But yeah, so Borderlands 2, I mean, we all ran different parts of the squad. Like, I know I was Maya, I was the healer.
Yeah, I used Axton because
Soldier.
I'd used Soldier class before. I used Soldier class again, and it was
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah,
it was
Lilith, I
cheap.
went ahead and used in Borderlands 1. You know what I mean? So, the Siren just was just a normal run for me.
Yeah, man, we broke Borderlands 1 so much. We really did. It's like, stay still so I can shoot you to heal you. Just like, we did that a lot.
Well, because everybody could do that in
Yeah.
that game. You know what I mean? They switched it up to the Siren in the second.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So then in Borderlands 2, I was the Gunzerker because
Yes.
I was the short little stubby guy that just loved to shoot everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I just got stuck with whatever was left, which was 0. Which was fine.
I was going to say,
whatever.
that worked out well for
It
you.
worked out well.
Yeah,
You enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I eventually I did enjoy it, but it was one of those where everybody else has their character and what's left is 0. I wanted to flesh it out. Everybody has its own separate character, so I fleshed it out with 0.
So it's funny.
That's fine.
I felt the same way. You mean Borderlands 2 because I think you had 0 before I picked Maya. So I was like, all right, well, man, I guess I'm the I guess I'm the fucking siren again. Given I'm always the chick in the group.
Look, there was, I kept saying to you guys, like, there's no reason, because you can spec the skill trees differently,
Right.
And it just looks different, and it plays different, so we can have multiple of a specific character, which we did for 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Once you eventually got the Xbox version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it was like, okay, we can, like, we don't have to, but it was actually, I feel like it worked better to have one of every class, like, unintentionally, and then we went into situations and we were just like, yeah, we're just gonna fuck this up. real
Murk
quick.
the shit.
Yeah.
It was awful.
We cleaned house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, let's stick with Borderlands. So Borderlands 3. I mean, we've all thrown down with that together.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I depending on the system, depending on what I use. When I had it for the PlayStation, I was flak, and I mean that was I actually enjoyed that a lot. Because I finished the game in PlayStation first before I bought it. Because I think I got it for like 60% off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I picked it up for Xbox.
Which is a way to buy games. So if you can get them cheap like that, it's like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
necessary. Yeah, and I was just running the entire time with Zane in Borderlands 3. Like,
I mean, that was the closest to a soldier class you could get.
yeah, I also got really exploity with the clone, because you could just do so much cool stuff with it.
With
Eventually,
the fucking nukes. And,
oh my god.
But that was also very similar to the Zero class from 2.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
I would sit here and say Flak would be more towards Zero, because Flak you go,
Well, yeah.
you like invisibility and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't talk about Borderlands 3 without first saying, fuck Borderlands 3. 'Cause
How about you explain that for everybody?
so first of all, I love Borderlands 3, but on Xbox One X, for whatever reason, no matter, without fail, it would just shut my system down.
And then we'd get a text that
Yeah.
just said
Fuck
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Yeah, fuck Borderlands. And I could not pass one of the DLCs
Yeah.
when we were fighting the end game, the boss, the
Right.
giant dinosaur, whatever. It would just crash without fail. Come back in, 10 seconds later into the fight,
Gone.
shuts my system down. So from that moment on, even though I got the Series X and I'm sure it runs a lot better,
Still hasn't.
I have not really gotten into
PTSD.
back into whatever. Fuck Borderlands 3. But while I played it, it was fun. I was Amara, so I became the siren
you
for
ran the
the
siren
third
this
one.
time, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, seriously, fuck it.
The thing I like about Borderlands 3 is the amount of support they're giving it.
Yes.
Because they're constantly rolling out these little mini events that
Season
actually don't cost
passes.
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the season passes are like, this one just kind of, I don't know. Like, we haven't really run with it that much. And
We haven't.
I'll probably get back into it over the next few weeks. But like, I was just like, it's okay. You know, the first season pass was great.
Yeah,
There
because
was so much content.
it gave you all the new stuff. It gave you, all the stuff for one
I mean,
price.
so the good thing right
something
now.
something to keep you interested.
So the good thing right now with the way season 2 is running, and with how with certain parts of it, is that like when you get a diamond key, you can actually roll. You can go down to the bottom level of just under the bridge in Sanctuary 3,
Right.
and you can roll to get a gun that is like it's gold modded. Basically you pick you have like 90 seconds to pick between like 4 or 5 walls, and everything gets wrapped up together to make you a customized gun.
Which is tight. My problem has been that once I did the upgrade from the Xbox One to the Series X, for whatever reason, like once you applied like all the seasons and stuff, for some reason it fucked up my system. Like I couldn't my saves wouldn't work right. There were glitches. Like I know they fixed it, but kind of like you, Hav, like I just kind of was a little leery about playing.
Say it.
No.
Say it. There you go.
No, I mean, look, I'll definitely throw it down with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we do the Borderlands again, just because look, I still enjoy the games. I'm never going to run away from it. And in news, we're going to talk about what dropped earlier this week, because this is actually E3 weekend.
Yeah.
Right now they're doing the Gorilla Collection for E3.
This episode drops when?
This is going to drop Sunday.
So wasn't that Xbox showcase phenomenal?
It was.
It was
amazing.
great. That's
so huge.
like I can't believe what they
I
did
can't
with
believe it was
Halo.
90 minutes.
Yeah.
Like switching Halo to 2D like that, Metroidvania style was beautiful.
How does that even work?
Ballsy.
Bold move, Colin.
Loved it,
Let's see
though.
how it works out
Loved
for
it.
him.
Loved it.
Man, Bungie, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Bungie doesn't.
343.
Is it 343?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Look, I fail when I fail. All right. Another one that we ran a lot together was Diablo 3.
Diablo 3 was very fun.
Yes.
So much fun, we bought it again.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the funny thing was, Dan, again, we had to twist the shit out of his arm to buy it. And then he played it more than any of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
That kind
so
of that happens a few times, didn't it, Dan?
it does. It does. I mean,
because
okay. So I have a preconception of what the game could be, where it's like not where in my own head it seems like it's really not my cup of tea. But then when I sip that tea, I'm just like, give me more. Give me more.
It's like opium tea.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. But then I think part of it though is life, where you guys got kids and like wives and families to deal with, whereas I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna play. Oh,
You and
let me
the
see.
cat.
Let me see. Yeah, me and my cat. Just, what we got going on here? Oh, look at this. Oh, I found this. Oh,
yeah, because
and-
you go almost savant level. You know what I mean? With some of this stuff, because like when we play like Destiny and Destiny 2, like Dan's like, oh, good. Like I can just start this just beginning talking about what a gun's called, and Dan already knows the class, what it can do, the different mods. Like it's just, dude. Kudos. So that's just nuts.
Well, for stuff like that, also in my free time when I'm not sipping the opium tea, I'm also doing my research and going on the YouTube, and I do follow several
on the YouTube.
On the YouTubes.
I mean, look at the gray in his beard. Man.
It's sexy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, no, I see these guys. I see these guys playing, and like there's like guide channels and stuff, and that's where I get most of the information that I store in my trivial-minded brain.
No, which is great because whenever we then play with Dan, he is essentially the cartographer, so he maps everything out, and we just end up. Yeah, it's a big word. So we just follow him.
$5 word right there.
Yeah, I know. So he just
It means
leads
map.
us.
Map maker.
A map designer. Yeah. So he leads us to where we need to go on these games because Destiny gets a little huge.
It does. It
Yeah.
can.
You don't know where to go, so he knows where the spots are.
Yep.
Especially after some of the layoffs that we take. We're supposed to be talking about Diablo, but fine. Fuck it.
No,
We
whatever.
take we take layoffs with certain games, and we come back to them. It's just a natural ebb and flow. And when we come back, and Dan's just been like, I've been rocking this shit for like a year. It's like,
Well, you guys
hop in, motherfuckers. Let me take you for a ride.
Because because that happened with Borderlands at one point.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then Destiny 2 was another one that because you guys ran. Look, we briefly talked about Diablo 3, but I mean that was kind
That's
of a
fine.
blip when it comes down to
that's all
the
you
stuff
need.
we
Yeah.
have thrown down
That's all you
together.
need. Enough.
But we can go ahead and talk about Destiny and Destiny 2 because
Yep.
that's the one I think that we've done the most.
All right, yeah. So I will say, all right, I was a warlock in both games. I do have a hunter, but fuck that hunter.
hey,
Fuck that. Listen, look at me in my eyes. Fuck that hunter. all
Hunter
right?
for life.
Fuck that hunter. So I actually would guess that I played Destiny 1 more than anybody here.
Okay.
Because I was doing raids and
I dropped off on raids. I just
yeah.
couldn't.
Oh, that was so fun.
I couldn't do it.
So fun.
I tried it a couple times, but the whole
Platforming?
freaking platforming shit.
That's something else we can talk about
Fuck
a little.
platforming.
We can talk about that a little bit later when it comes down to Dan and his
Fuck platforming.
It's not just Dan.
What he doesn't like about
There was a
games.
period of time where Mike struggled so
For
hard
whatever reason, I just
with one section, just one jump,
my brain just broke, and I was like, "Why can't I jump here? I don't understand it."
Oddly enough, later on, I did improve slightly.
It doesn't mean you liked it.
But you're absolutely right.
No, we
fucking
still
hate
need to get you to
platforming.
stream a platforming game. Because
a full-on 2D platforming.
Yes.
Don't do that to it, man.
Yeah.
well, no, it'll. I mean, look, you stream. No, you stream. I'll host.
Okay.
That will bring everybody in and let them go ahead and enjoy Dan at his worst.
We'll figure that out.
So let me think. Destiny. So I ran with a Titan on both.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just. I mean, it was just the Hulk smash. You mean big boy. You mean hitting with big things. It's kind of. It's kind of what I've just gotten used to with those games.
Yeah, I mean, and they're really fun to just kind of run through. It took some adjustment because I wasn't used to almost MMO style games, which is basically what it kind of is. Before it redefined what games as a service is.
Right.
So I was just like, oh, why do these guys keep coming back? I was like, oh, well, okay, because it's It's not like a
because you keep on wrapping back.
Yeah, exactly. So once I got adjusted to it, and it was like, okay, well, there are these weapons I need to hunt. All right, well, I need to go hunt these weapons. All right, let me think about how to spec this class. And I was doing that in Destiny 1. It was just like, all right, yeah, we can rock this. And then I was running with dudes doing raids, and we were just crushing raids. We started initially when we tried the raid, and it was not good. Ooh, it was not pretty.
Never
it was the four of us. It was Vern and I think
Seth.
Somebody else.
I think it was Seth.
Maybe Seth.
And it was like, because I mean, look, I was so bad at them raids. I know people were like, why is he in here?
Like, honestly,
why do we need him?
I took it personally that I didn't know how to do well in this raid, and I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm gonna figure out how to do this, and I did. Which is why I really want to go back in and do Vault of Glass again, because that was one of my favorites. There's no Galhorn to possibly get at the end.
Wait, what?
There's no Galley.
Wait, there is none?
No.
Okay.
I thought that came back.
No,
not from what I heard.
No, they've been
It was OP, man. Like, it was a go-to weapon, bro. Like, as soon as there's a reason that for like a long ass time there were reaction videos to people unlocking the Galahorn. So it was like if that was possible, cool, but. No, like I really enjoyed Destiny 1, despite the fact that it was kind of a repetitive, broken game at times until was it Taken King in Destiny 1?
I think so.
I remember running Taken King.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's probably where it turned around, and it gained a little bit of its originality back. But initially it was just like it was a lot of grind, and it didn't feel great at times. But yeah, like doing that together was fun. The only problem, which Wes hates, is that it's largely a 3-player game.
Yes.
Yeah. So with Destiny, and we run into this with Outriders as well.
Outlanders. Outsiders.
That's what you call it outsiders. Is to where that the majority of the game is 3-person. It's 3-person co-op, and with Outriders, I believe it's only 3-person. There is no substitute. But at least with Destiny, you had the raids to where you can run 6, and then like with Destiny 2, you have Gambit, which you can run 4.
Yeah, and then
PvP
was 6.
PvP if you wanted to run 4, you
not
could.
about PvP.
Nah, neither am I. But I mean,
6v6.
But when it came down to running, I was streaming every Monday for a few months of us going ahead and just running
most of the
Gambit.
pandemic.
Yeah.
That was most of the pandemic.
Yep.
It was great.
Yeah, because I still enjoy playing Destiny, but it's funny. Like I'm not really for that grind much anymore.
Don't have time for it.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're only playing it for 2 hours a day or a week, then there's really no.
Well, not because like if I want to go ahead and continue playing the game, like I'm fine with that. But then eventually, the repetition of going ahead and and hitting certain things on certain worlds, and trying to do strikes, yada yada, and it's just I'm like, all right, I'm done. Because originally with Destiny 1, my biggest gripe with Destiny 1, Destiny 2 did it as well until I got it for Game Pass, was that if you didn't have the DLCs,
Yes.
you were fucked.
Yes.
And the reason why is because when you try to go into strikes, it essentially wouldn't let you because you don't have the newest strikes.
Right. You'd have to have the certain DLC to get to the most current power level and weapons available. And then everybody else who had that would grind, max it all out, then whoever went into PvP cleaned house.
Yeah. So, and then Destiny 2 was the same way. And actually that's why initially I dropped off of Destiny 2 was because I didn't want to start buying season passes and buying DLCs because I'm like it's a fun game, but I don't see myself. I've never liked. Well, it's not even that. I've never liked when companies did that. I don't like how the only way you can advance is if you
Pay to play.
But also say you still want to play the game. This is the only way you can play the game.
Right.
You can't play this game otherwise. And that's the shit that bothers me because I don't like PvP. No, I hate that stuff. I can't stand running it.
Let me ask you this. If it was a free-to-play initially game and you hadn't put down $60, would your opinion have changed a little bit? Because you still have to support the game somehow or another. These people got to get paid to make this content.
I understand that.
Like if it was a free-to-play and you hadn't plunked down $60 or whatever it was at the time,
depending on what the DLC or the season pass would cost, I mean that would determine my choice.
Let's not kid ourselves. The only reason we've even started playing Destiny 2 again was because it got added to Game Pass.
Oh, that is the only reason I started
That's
touching it
fact.
again.
True.
with the latest
DLCs.
DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will freely admit, like once I started playing again, I was all the way back in.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
It took me a while because I
remember.
forgot how to even open the map in that game.
I was like getting on a bike.
Fast travel. I don't have fast travel. Took me a while. Took me a couple
Straight back
playthroughs.
on
I mean,
but-
look, I'm still a
I
little
think
off on it.
I think
but-
I pretty much explained it to you.
Yeah, of course.
One
Yeah.
of the first times we've
Yeah.
played again.
Yeah, but I mean, look, I enjoy the game. You know what I mean? I enjoy what we do as a squad in the game. But will I touch the game if it's just me and I want something to do? No.
Yeah, I mean, look, we got level you up when we do gambits.
Yeah.
I don't want a man getting rook ass tricked out here. Like I gotta
I mean, look,
and I can't trade you anything. That's the other,
Yeah.
I missed that about shit
like-
like Borderlands because we can trade stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, just drop it on the ground, cool, I'll pick it up. Like if I could do that in Destiny, when I like get an exotic that I cannot use and will not use.
Yeah.
What am I? I don't have Titan. I don't have Titan at all. Just drop it on the ground and give it to you.
At the same time, I do hold my own fairly good in Gambit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
You know what I mean for where I am. I mean,
It's just the invaders. The invaders are where it's problematic.
yes, but like when we when we hit the prime evil.
Oh yeah.
You know what I am melting that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And and that's not even using in my class. You know what I mean that's just that's just
that
the gun
work
I
in.
have in the in the way that I've worked it up. So
Sweet business.
to a game we actually haven't necessarily played all that much, but we definitely dipped our toes in. Let's talk about Minecraft Dungeons. So initially I heard Minecraft and I said no.
I had
Same.
to do some work to
I was
get you
out.
guys to be like, I was like, it's like Diablo, guys. We've already played Diablo.
Yeah, but
it's top down.
yeah,
I was like,
I get-
it's Minecraft style. All right, chill. Just give it a shot. And you guys wound up playing it way more than I did.
Yeah, I actually streamed it a little bit. When actually, I threw down a good bit on it. I mean, look, it was a drop in the bucket when it comes down to but dude,
Game
like
Pass.
all in all, and that's
Yes.
That's the only reason I tried it. is
Exactly.
Because it was on
Because
Game
And that's how I
Pass.
knew I'd get you. Because I was on Game Pass. Yo, hop.
well, we were just talking about that with the with D&D Dark Alliance, right? It was like I was like, well, it's free, and because I said something about we'll give it a shot, and then I was like, why aren't you more excited? I'm like, why should I be? It's a game that's not even that's 2 weeks out. I'm not excited for it yet.
Well, I'm not necessarily excited, but I am excited for the possibility of having another game to throw down with you guys.
And
All of us.
it's a fucking 4-player game. Like that thing has me like I'm ready to go. And that's kind of why I was like Minecraft. I was like, hey, look, we can all do this 4-player style and just run.
Into which class means nothing in that one too.
Yep.
Which we haven't really done as a 4-player unit.
We did it like
did a little
twice.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, which one?
Minecraft
Minecraft.
Dungeons.
It was
No, we made it up to like the last boss,
it was
Yeah.
it was
And then-
scheduled.
Yeah.
and then
schedule.
then schedule.
Well, yeah.
Got
I
fucked.
mean, that's a lot of it. I mean, I go to bed. I mean, you go to bed earlier than I do, Mike, a lot of times.
Yeah.
But I mean, even so,
Fucking
I still go to bed fairly early as opposed to these two.
Yeah, they stay up to like 11 if
No.
Dan goes to bed. Then.
Yeah, Dan does a little extra bonus time gaming. So
Yeah.
All right, so the next two we're going to talk about, I'm actually going to sit back and listen a little bit as opposed to kind of giving my feedback. So I want to go ahead and have these guys talk about Monster Hunter World and Avengers.
Oh, I'm
First
out
of
on
all,
Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, Monster
No,
Hunter
Monster-
World was your thing.
I threw down with that. I mean, on the PlayStation with
Right.
with the guys.
Right.
And we
My-
and Hav and I did it together.
Okay, I thought you did play.
Xbox.
Okay.
No,
My bad.
I'm surprised that he hasn't played it yet because it's. I want to say
Dark
I think it's
Dark
up your
Alliance, Monster Hunter World looks very very similar in in the styles.
The problem is it was I think I might have even like queued it up for download, but I was just like I just don't have time. Like when it was out, I was like, yeah, these kids are a lot, and it's like I was like I got podcasts to do. Like I don't even know what the fuck's going on here.
But I did enjoy Monster Hunter World when we first. It was just Dan and I throwing down with a couple of randoms, but it was fun.
I think we had Wes might have hopped in with us like a couple times.
No, because Wes only had it for the PlayStation, and it's not crossplay.
No.
Right. I could have swore one of you guys hopped in with us a couple times, but no, we did it.
Roswell hopped in with us.
Oh, maybe. Okay. All right. But no, like regardless, the game itself, like with a bunch of people, like you actually kind of need to have people help you out because these monsters that you're hunting, some of them tend to be a huge pain in the ass. Like
And they're big.
literally,
Yeah.
they're literally huge. So
Rathalos.
yeah, and then depending on the weapons that you're using and the way that they're spec'd out, like I don't know, I like it's still to this day.
I think
don't
Jav
know.
and I use the same character.
Yeah.
The long katana.
No, I actually used the axe.
Okay.
And I tried using like the guns to like keep a distance, the guns and the arrows.
Yeah.
But like even that, it's like you're hitting this huge thing. It's like 1 damage.
And
And then when you get crits, it's like 2 damage.
Yeah, they're meat shields. So you do have to pick at them a little by little, in order to either trap them or kill them.
I mean, like the cool thing with that game was that the grind was immediately built in, so that way, in order to go ahead and continuously do better and better and better and make things easier and easier, you already knew you had to go ahead and go. You had to go after like 2 or 3 Rathalos, so you had to go ahead and find like 5 or 6 Pookie. You know what I mean? To go ahead and like to get those. To build the armor up and then get the weapons the right way with the poison on the blade or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, not just that, but you also have to cook your own meat in order to get your health up.
Right.
And
Your palico.
Everything
Armor up
that
your palico, too.
everything that you hunt turns into gear.
Yeah.
So you can use it as for the recipe for your swords, your weapons, or your armor.
Yeah, into which like it's like, okay, I want to make sure I cut the tail off because the tail is a big portion.
Yep.
And then I want to make
Scales,
sure,
yep.
you know what I mean, getting certain scales or stuff like. You wanted to strategically do certain things. And then it's like, okay, I really want the gear, so let me capture it. You know what I mean? Like because you had a choice of capture or kill.
Yep. And Capcom did a great job with the game, with maintaining the game, just providing constant updates without charging you.
And then the DLC for Iceborne.
And then the DLC, yes. But yeah, so all of these new gear updates that would have you look like, I think one of them was Dante. And
there was one for Aloy too.
They did one for that, and one for I think Resident Evil. They did too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right before that dropped.
Yeah.
They the Resident Evil movie. They did one for Alice.
And then they have your cat.
Yeah, Palico.
Palico.
Yeah.
That you can change and have them look like various things. I think I had mine look like Mega Man at one point. So.
That's cool.
Nice.
So
I like that.
So it was fun. I did enjoy it. Sad that I didn't get to throw it down with you guys, but it is an option. If they
look, it's on Game Pass.
It is.
I mean, I would have to grind pretty hard to get myself to where you guys are.
I can't remember how to play that game. So for me, it's
going back to square one anyway.
That's my favorite thing about you. Like you stop playing a game and you forget
Completely
how it
wipe
works.
it.
Just like yep, gone, done.
Done from memory.
Yeah, I need to make room for
All the other games that you can try to
Exactly.
play.
I'm gonna be completely honest. As soon as I'm done with Outriders, I'm 100% it. And
I was just
we were talking.
So
Jav and I were talking about this before you guys got here about like basically we're
it's done.
We're kind of sitting on the edge of just jumping off of Outriders.
It's done. I mean, for what else is there to do? You grind for what? I mean, we beat
you grind for the guns, and then once you get the guns,
Who are you going to use them on?
Yeah, exactly. You beat the main campaign, so now it's just pretty much rotating the same.
But
content.
There is supposed to be an ultimate boss.
Yeah, in the center of the storm or something, right? Yeah, but I mean, even so,
maybe.
Actually, we could talk about Outriders before we get to Avengers. So, even with that boss, it still comes down to the fact of, what after that? You know what I mean? Because Outriders sits in a very unique spot because they said if the game doesn't do well, they're not even going to worry about doing DLCs, and we haven't heard anything at all. Hopefully, we'll hear something.
Right.
You know what I mean? You mean during this weekend? About whether they are going to do a DLC or not, because if they're going to do a DLC for it, then I'll be ready to tap back in because it's a fun game.
Yeah,
playing a game to where that you need to be aggressive, you need to fight, you need to battle, you need to get face to face. Playing a game like that it's quite unique.
Yes.
You know what I mean? As opposed to these other styles of these 3-player co-op games that we've done before.
It's like when they introduced Krieg in Borderlands 2. Like Krieg was a totally different gameplay style compared to everything else.
So was Gage. When Gage first came in, it was the same thing because you never had I mean, you never had
constant companion.
a constant companion.
Yeah, and then basically Death Trap did all of the killing for you, and you just kind of like sat back, watched, like, oh hey,
Well, yeah,
cool.
go get that murder.
Anthony had his death trap set up just like that. So
Yeah.
it was actually extremely impressive.
It's kind of how I'm a clone now. But yeah, like I like Outriders, but unless they give me like I need a carrot. Like there's no carrot for me to come back to. Like all right, I'm a roll. I'll go do something else. And that's honestly part of my problem with Avengers, right? Avengers. So I've talked about it ad nauseum, right?
Well,
Like,
let's also give your history of it. So you're probably the one that's dove the deepest into Avengers out of
Yes.
out of this group right
at
here.
this table.
You have,
And
Yeah.
and you also streamed it a bunch of times for the Twisted Cape.
Yeah, I'll probably stream it again. Because
Well, now since you're done Injustice.
yeah, I don't know when I'm streaming next. That's a different problem for a different time. But like I love the story for Avengers. I thought the story was good, and I think we kind of agree on that. The story.
I did enjoy the story.
Yes.
But the gameplay, man, the gameplay is just broken in a way that I will never understand. Right? It's just it just didn't work the way that it's in a way that seemed like it should have. They got creative with some of the characters. I liked using Clint Barton and
You like using
See,
Kate.
I haven't
Kate.
even used.
Kate's awesome.
I haven't even gotten to
Kate
that part.
Bishop's phenomenal.
I do enjoy Kate.
But like even like the base characters, like I loved Thor because he was just a big tanky bitch with a hammer.
Right.
I loved it. Iron Man, I hated. Like I hated using.
He was
him.
the most difficult for me to control and play with.
And like
For me, it was Black Widow.
I think they wanted to do too much with Iron Man. Like he had 3 different types of powers he could use. It was like repulsors, lasers,
Or the
and
missiles.
rockets.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, but why? Like, why don't you just streamline it, do 1 or 2 things really well as opposed to 3 things really shitty.
Yeah, but they have the same thing for Kate with her with her arrows. You can do
Yeah, but
do
see
it
that
3 different ways.
that makes more sense, right? Because she's an archer. Like you need to use every tool in the tool bag for that to work. Whereas Iron Man, like if Iron Man had been really fun with 1 or 2, it would have been fine. I don't like what the fuck do I have lasers for? Like it looks cool. Like, there's like cool animations, but it doesn't play very well. Like it should be repulsors and rockets. That's it. If you want to like mix in lasers in one of those, fine. But like that did need to be its own like subclass almost. I don't think. Yeah, I didn't like using Black Widow. I think Cap worked really well, just a brawler style. For some reason, I just felt like that clicked.
Hulk.
I hated using.
Yeah, he's slow.
He's slow and like you would
But he-
think because he's so big and strong, he would be really tanky.
Yeah.
But he's kind of a huge pussy.
He's,
Like, and that's not fun.
He's a giant glass.
What about Miss Marvel?
I loved using her.
She was easy. She was easy to play with and use. Her
Use
combat
it
style.
as a
I mean,
healer.
I used
as a
her-
healer. That's critical.
I used her in the demo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You mean when that dropped? 'Cause I did the one thing where I made the video of what the demo was like, and I enjoyed throwing down with her a lot.
And Biggin is so much fun. Like it feels OP sometimes.
The issue with Avengers is it doesn't feel like a multiplayer game. We very rarely the main campaign, a lot of it was built as a single player
Yeah,
mode,
and that's
Right.
great.
but multiplayer, I have a hard time even finding a group to.
Well,
of
the
random
the
players.
player base
Yeah,
disappeared.
it's just
it was
terrible.
like cotton candy of
Yeah,
water.
it dropped literally like 96%.
Yeah,
You know what I
like,
mean?
like
Like
2
I mean
weeks.
after like less than a month.
So you physically have to know people that have the game in order to play with them.
Which is fine, but like then, like it just wasn't easy. There's no real drop in, drop out.
Nope.
There's
No,
like,
that's a pain in the ass.
There's a lot of just conspicuous loading. I can't even say it's inconspicuous because we talked about it last night on the
The
stream.
elevators.
Like, yeah, elevator. Come on, man. Come on. It's the laziest fucking thing you could possibly do.
That's a
Like,
the Mass Effect style.
Yeah, but Mass Effect at least gave you story. Like I could feel like even in this elevators, it was like, okay, something is happening to enrich this world. Whereas like in Avengers, they're like, yeah, you got to go there and break that thing.
It's like the elevator to space. You had to take an elevator to space that one time.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So come
Yeah,
on.
remember that they had to like take it up.
Yeah.
To go save Cap?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
the part.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's
elevator
just
to
like
space.
they need
Makes
to
sense.
do like the great thing is they've supported the game afterwards, and all their DLC and all that content is free.
Yeah.
And I love that part. But it's just like
when it loads, because I've tried
Xbox One.
Whatever.
Like the upgrade.
Suck it.
Look, I'm just telling you,
it's fast.
It's way faster. It's way faster. Like it got a little buff before they did the patch. When they did the patch, I was like, oh yeah.
One of these
need
days.
that.
You'll
get that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll happen when it happens.
Oh, yeah. So, I guess we can go ahead and break down probably the biggest game for Xbox that probably anybody has ever went ahead and just done co-op with, and that would be the Halo series.
Yes.
Now, Anthony and I just got done doing. Just go ahead, just kind of plug our own stuff. Anthony and I just got done doing the Heroes and Villains with him.
Last episode, right?
Yeah. No, second to last. We had the bonus E3 that dropped earlier this week.
That's right. I forgot about that.
But I mean, that was Anthony doing Master Chief. I mean, John 117, and then I had the whole Covenant as the villain. Now,
yeah, but real quick callback to that. Mm-hmm. There's a novel series that goes into John's history.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. Like if you like science fiction and you care about Halo, go read that shit. All canon.
I will go ahead and say,
delightful.
I really liked how Anthony took the approach to this Heroes and Villains.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, instead of going ahead and telling everybody the battles, the victories that everybody knows Master Chief had, I mean, he broke down Master Chief from the younger years up into where everybody knows him.
It's shit, and that's what the book
cool.
covers. That's what the book's cover. So, like, you get that detail, that like fight in the gym where he talks about like taking out. Yeah, that.
Oh shit! Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
tight.
yeah. That sounded impressive as hell. Yeah, and then with the Covenant, like, I really enjoyed the fact of the names, the Covenant names. Like the Ungoy. You know what I mean, for the grunts, and I thought that was really neat.
And that's where you get a little of the Bungie crossover, because they really went deep into making names for the Fallen, the Elixir, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Anyway,
so let's go fully into the co-op conversation of Halo.
So I know Halo's mainly known for PvP, right?
Yes.
That's where a lot of that shit, like competitive nature of that shit.
I mean, you guys did.
That's where it started.
You guys used to run Halo nights.
God, yeah.
I heard about them. I was invited. I just never did them.
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh yeah, over at Seth's, right?
Seth did it at one time.
Halo Championships, but yeah, no, we were doing it online.
I actually have never really played Halo in a co-op setting before.
Oh,
really?
okay.
Really?
Never.
Interesting.
We can go.
You want to do that?
We can go back. Yeah. We can go back and hit
I'm good.
Master Chief Collection. It's on Game
Yeah,
Pass.
I'm good.
It's on Game Pass.
Yeah. Oh, is that supposed to work on me?
It usually does.
Hell.
Not this time. No. So my thing is, like I've already played those games. I've completed that. Nobody can see that.
I know.
Nobody can. But that'll work on me. So. Like, I've already completed those games, so it's like I don't really have that.
So he already forgot
desire.
how to play.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
But I don't really have a desire to play a game I've already gone through and I've already completed. So.
Well, see, that was the fun part about playing Guardians.
Hold up, real quick. Diablo.
But that's a looter game. That's one of those where you continue to play for better gear.
Continue to play for better. You forget how to play it in between.
But not to mention that Diablo game, the latest one, has the expansions that I haven't gotten into yet before. So
maybe.
Well, yeah, but
no,
because we ran 5. We ran Guardians together.
Yeah,
and that was recently.
Almost every Halo game I've played cooperatively. I rarely play it by myself. It's like, especially when you play it on the highest difficulty. Now, it's fucking stupid hard.
The first one, because the first one wasn't co-op initially, was it?
It's couch co-op.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I learned.
Screen.
Like 2-player or 4?
You could do 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it with Vern. Me and Vern played it.
Vern is 3 people?
He's
he's big
enough
guy.
too.
Yeah,
he's big enough. His shoulders, shit.
Broad shoulders.
So no, he like, I wasn't playing Xbox. I had a GameCube at the time. He was like, "Yeah, you got to come over check out this Xbox. Halo's fucking amazing." And I was like, okay, cool." So like went over and we started playing, and I was like, "Yo," and that was the Duke. And these hands love the Duke. Other people are like, "Oh, it's such a stupid controller." I'm like, "Yeah, because you got tiny little bitch hands. Level up your hand game."
And the next day, you went ahead and got yourself an Xbox.
I did. I actually bought it shortly thereafter.
I remember when you got the Xbox. You were like, you had a hard on for it. Was it Hexic?
Oh yeah, Hexic was fun.
Yeah.
Wait, was that 360?
Was that?
Yeah, because I was like,
you know what that was.
Came with 360.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I love 360.
I'm pretty sure I came over to Hobbs' house, played Xbox 360, did not have a 360 console at the time, but bought my own controller
just to bring over.
Just to bring over to play. We might have been doing Halo at the time or something else.
Remember buying those mini controllers?
No, I never.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't because of your gargantuan hands. But for me, with these regular size, hands.
Yeah, sure, we're calling them regular size. Regular size for your size. Okay.
They're not the size of Andy's hands. You mean tiny hands?
Baby hands.
Yeah, baby hands. Yeah, the running joke is Andy.
That moment from
yes.
Deadpool, the tiny baby hand. That's Andy.
That's Andy's hands. Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. I love you. You got little ass hands though.
Nah, but oh man, I miss those days with with the 360 and stuff. It was just it was just such a great system.
Yes and no. I got Road Ring Death like a little hot.
See, I never did. I never ended up with that.
That happened to me a couple times.
That shit got sent to the. It was bad.
The Great Beyond.
Yeah. Yeah, but I played a fuck ton of Halo. So like we went from Halo 1, which was fun, and then they were like, "Oh, Halo 2's coming out." I was like, "Oh, that sounds fun." And they were like, "Yeah, it's going to be online." And we were just like, "Oh, it's going to be online? Okay, I wonder what that's going to be like."
That pretty much changed the game.
And I made friends on Xbox Live that I see pop on now. I'm just like, "Oh yeah, we played a lot. And it wasn't just like competitive online, whatever. I didn't need to be called the N-word or to have people tell me what they do with my mom, whatever. Fuck you.
From 5-year-olds.
From like
11-year-old.
11-year-old bitches.
How'd you learn these words? But we
hate is taught.
We actually started like a little group, and we started playing like a private game. One called Rick James. We played it on Lockout. If you remember Lockout, it's a great map. And so what we do is we reduce the gravity. We reduce the gravity, and you just punch people. And so everybody would start wherever they ran, and they're like, it would start the match, and we'd just like go, and everybody would run towards the middle, and it's just like a whole bunch of juking, and when you hit somebody, their body would just fucking shoot, and it was hilarious, and so we'd even be kind, like get behind somebody, yeah, and right before we get hit, you just like, oh, somebody's behind me, just and drop. It was so fun, man. It was so good.
I never went. See, once again, like I've always hated PvP.
Yeah.
So I never played.
I
never did that. That online type shit.
We were good.
Also, I'm also not good at PvP. So I die. My KD is always like 20%.
I'm the greatest amateur PvP guy ever to play.
Yeah, I love watching you play PvP.
Dan's reaction to everything is truly the best. When we're playing a game and something. Ah, fuck!
Whenever I go down, it's like,
fuck! Yeah, let's get upstairs.
Sorry.
It's not my kid. I don't care.
Nah, she's fine. She ain't gonna repeat. At least not at home.
But yeah. But then came Halos 3, 4, and 5. And honestly, that's when they started adding all the extra stuff. Jetpacks and like class loadouts. And I was like, it's too much.
See,
it's too much.
Obviously, Halo 3 is, the pinnacle of, everybody loves it. It's a great game. Like,
and I rolled that a lot, but like I started to be like, I don't know.
Campaign wise, I actually really enjoyed ODST.
ODST is very good.
I thought it was a really good game. And even Guardians, that was fun. You and I rolling that together,
dude. Like the story was so good. It was so rich. You were mad at the end, but I've also lived through Halo 2, so like I feel you. But yeah, like that's like they do a really good job of crafting a campaign that even if you do it single player, it's fun, but it's better when you, especially like with Halo 5, right? They had the Master Chief's like team. So it was John,
right.
It was John and Linda and Fred and Kelly who are part of the books. Yeah. And then you had God, what the fuck is his name? The guy that's hunting him.
What the other team?
Michael. I know the actor is Mike Coulter.
What, Mike Coulter?
It was his. No, they actually changed the voice. They changed the voice, so it looks like Mike Coulter, but it does not sound like him.
Oh yeah, that's
right. Because originally it was Mike Coulter, and then for whatever reason they switched out the voice later because they use his face
likeness,
model. Yeah, so it's him and Nathan Fillion and two other people.
Yeah,
Buck.
Yeah, I cannot remember his name.
Yeah, I can't remember the other guys' names.
Locke. His name was Locke.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
So, they had those two teams, and you're just telling this awesome story, which is why I'm excited for Infinite.
And you're getting some great, both sides of it. Because you're getting John being so jaded trying to get Cortana. You know what I mean? And his only focus is getting Cortana back. And then you have, Delta team. I think
were they Delta? They may have been.
They might have been Delta, and or it might have been Charlie. Their main focus is to
get the chief.
We need to get him back. He he has broken the rules, broken the laws. We need to bring him back.
Yeah, and then
it was just it was really good seeing seeing both sides, and then finally seeing everything to come together.
And one of the things I love about Halo is just that it just has a epic scale.
Yes,
like you can like giant cinematic set pieces. And as you're rolling, music too, of course. But as you're rolling through some of that stuff, like you're just watching these space battles happen around you, and you're just like, holy shit! Like, and you're just in the shit there. You're just in it.
Yeah,
and it's so much fun.
It's like you're used to certain, like before this, like you would run something like this, and it was very calculated, very
streamlined,
finite, streamlined, and it's like, okay, you get to this one point. You're done, move on to the next level. Something like Halo, it's like when you think you're done, oh wait, here's a little something else that we're going to throw at you. And oh yeah, there's this valley that you got to go through. And oh yeah, there's more people that you have to fight. And
they did that while still keeping the game fairly streamlined.
Yes.
I mean, you couldn't venture too far. You know what I mean? From where you're supposed to go.
But it didn't feel like go here, shoot this, come back. Go here, shoot this, come back.
Yeah.
Like which a lot of shooters do.
Right.
That might happen with the next game, though, because I think the next game might be a little bit more open world.
Yeah, I know.
So you may have
go here, shoot this, come back.
Pretty much, you'll have your home base, and then you'll have your objectives that you'll have to likely do. But
now look, if they keep
we'll likely see about that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well,
we've already seen that.
Oh yeah, the 2D. That's
so good.
Yeah, right.
So good.
Yeah.
We stop that shit.
Homage to 8-bit. I mean, come on, it's great.
So cool. I love how they crossed it over with Metroid. That was so unexpected.
with the Mega Man Buster too. Weird.
Oh, wait, did you see those flaming barrels that were rolling on the ground too?
Honestly, that's the thing that I'm looking forward to most out of that's the thing I'm looking forward to most out of E3. Like, I want, like, because what we got last time went around, I was just
at first I was excited about it until I started realizing how similar it was to just graphically to just a lot of old stuff, and I'm like, okay, something, everybody's right, and but the best thing, and all of us here, we are all majority Xbox players in this room.
Yep.
So the best thing about it was that they went ahead and said flat out, look, we fucked up. We're going to go back.
They got you saying that in the last year.
Yeah. We fucked up. We're going to go back. We're going to clean this up, and we're going to make it right by y'all. And what they did from there, which I thought was great, was that they systematically just kept on continuously saying, okay, this is what we did. This is what we did. And they've done that all year.
Yeah. That's been fantastic.
I mean, it's literally from last E3 to this, even to this one, we have constantly gotten updates to where that, yes, when or if,
not if,
when.
When.
But I'm saying when we finally seeing it, we already saw it, whatever the fuck you want to say.
Haven't seen it. Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the right word. Sorry.
It was.
Having seen it, it was great.
It was awesome.
So
it gives you
how did you accomplish that in just a year?
It gives you every single thing that you want from a next gen game with easily the most powerful console. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Out of these two,
I think the biggest surprise is that they shadow dropped it yesterday too. So like they just announced it and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's available now." I was what? So ready for this, but okay, downloading it.
All right, so let's go ahead and go into the next one that I have up here, which is that's another Xbox exclusive. Let's go into the Gears of War series.
I've been rolling with Gears since the beginning.
Now, I will say that I did not
really adopted it. I was molded by it. Yes.
So
I was born in it.
I played 1, I played 2, and I believe I played 3. But after that, I haven't touched.
Yeah, you gotta play
Judgment Day and 4. I don't think I did anything with.
I never played Judgment Day.
I tried a little bit of Judgment Day. I didn't finish it though.
And I'm actually waiting to play 5 because Alex from What's Your Spaghetti Policy and I are actually going to co-stream it.
Yeah, I'll hop in there.
And actually,
nice.
run it squad.
I'll gladly roll that with you guys.
Yeah, because I
probably won't co-stream, but
we played with Alex in the Horde mode.
Yes,
so fun.
And what was it? That was 35 rounds or 30 rounds.
I thought it was 50.
It was a lot, which we did once.
We ran.
It goes up to 50.
We
but
ran it
made
through-
it to like 30 something.
I thought we completed one.
No.
one
We
round.
completed one time.
Yeah, we did.
completed it one
We
time.
did complete it
one
once.
time?
The first,
Once.
like the first or second time we did it. I think we did it one time.
It gets hard.
It gets so hard.
Look, it worked out great without
Talking
us
about
being
penis,
jacked.
right?
This
We're
is my
stupid
crew.
boys.
This is my crew. But yeah, so like, I mean, it was running that horde mode was just a lot of fun. I mean, it brought back the feeling of a lot of those like zombie games. And just having the hordes come at you and you just
Like in Call of Duty.
yeah,
Call of
just
Duty Zombie
just mowing everybody the fuck down.
So what made you guys get into Gears? Like, what made you go, yeah, I want to play this?
Well, immediately it was the graphics.
Yeah.
When you that first trailer that dropped,
And you're like, oh, wait, that's gameplay.
I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot.
It was 360, and that was gameplay.
Yes.
You were just
Yeah,
like, holy shit.
It looked very pretty, and it just like at the time, like it was just the right amount of like graphic gratuitous violence and just I'm
Say more.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
shoot everything that is not human.
chainsaw
and-
gun. Yeah,
chainsaw on a machine gun.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what did it.
So, the entire reason why I played that game to begin with was Anthony, because Anthony had 360 before I did, and he was like, "Yo, let's throw it out on this game." I'm like, "All right, cool." I used to go over there like 3-4 days a week, just hanging out, and that would be what we play. We'd hang out in his room, split screen it, couch co-op, and just run through the fucking game.
Is that the story you're going with? You
And I'm
played
sticking
in-
to
just,
it.
Just played in his room,
and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
Sticking to it.
Yeah, Gears I loved because, like you said, it's just so violent. But then, like, once you start playing through the story, you're like, holy shit, this is deep.
Yeah.
It's so deep.
I cried during.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's no spoiler alert. It's been out for, like, fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, when Dom...
His wife.
I almost cried just now.
So I would go into these games and I would play them and I'd be like, okay, I want to get to this one certain point. And I mentioned this when I was here before, like playing this particular game especially. You go into it, you're playing it by yourself to a certain point, and then when I just get sucked into the story, and it's like I'm watching a movie, and I just want to keep watching the movie and keep watching the movie. Next thing I know,
Now the fun part with the game is the fact that later on we found out who the voice actors are, and it was just like, oh my god, you guys are incredible. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Having like
yeah.
John,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
having John DiMaggio in there and
Bender.
yeah, as Phoenix, and it was just the story was so rich.
Though in 5, you
what
actually
time?
have Batista as Phoenix.
And he's a skin you can use.
Well, and the voice too.
Yeah.
That you can actually play
As Batista,
in
yeah, I
the
know.
main campaign as
As
the
Batista?
skin and the voice.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
okay. All right. I mean, like I'm
It's a little weird.
I'm a little more of an old school
When
guy
you-
when it comes down to that.
Yeah, no, when you-
So I'll probably stick with
If I do it once,
stick with John.
I might do it again then later.
Well, yeah.
With Batista.
Yeah. No, and that's what I did. I completed the game 5 with the
Normal,
original.
yeah.
Then I downloaded the Batista
Mm-hmm.
skin and voice, and I started playing it. I was like, it's a little weird. Getting used
it's
to it.
pretty
'cause
easy to
he's
get
not,
used to.
It's not as gravelly as
Yeah.
DiMaggio,
Yeah.
but
Did he ask why is Gamora?
But it was good, and I like that because he is such a big fan of the series.
Oh yeah, he was. I mean, he was trying to before he took on Drax.
What
he
he's
was
trying to get out of.
Yeah, dude, he was pressing hard for them to go ahead and make a Gears of War movie.
I think he still wants. I think they still want to.
Oh no, he still wants that. Yeah, he still wants that shit bad.
Yeah.
And he'd be
I want that shit back.
Marcus.
and that's what he wants.
That's what
Yes.
he wants. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, scale wise,
please.
and I mean, yeah, dude, I mean, he's
Jack.
he's fucking
Here's my
built.
money. Take my money. I'll see that.
Yeah, it'd be fun. And I rolled through 2 and 3. I didn't love the multiplayer. I don't love multiplayer. I just don't. But like, it was just like,
Oh my God,
guys
I
could
had-
just get angles on you like that.
Yeah.
and
I had people talk so
fucking
much shit
sniper.
on me.
Oh,
Oh, dude, yo, I could do because just I was with the way party chats were at that point. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
just hearing
Right.
everybody, people were like, "Why the fuck are you in here? You fucking suck. What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah.
I'm just like, look, man.
Gotcha.
I'm like, man, this is
Dude.
this is my first time playing the game
Yeah.
in fucking years. Like,
Like not just this game, but like any PvP multiplayer game. they take it way too seriously. Where I would get people just sending me a message saying you suck. It's like I'm not. I don't care. It's like I'm not.
I have
I'm
people
trying to
do
get-
that to me in
I'm just trying to complete
NHL 21.
I got it
NHL
on-
21.
Yeah.
When me, Anthony, and Andy are throwing down.
Okay.
Like, yo, after the game, they'll fucking send us something going, you guys seriously only got one goal. You guys are fucking trash. Why are you even playing? And it's like, bruh, we're in Division 2 just like you. We made it here for a reason.
I got that on Destiny. Just doing the regular PvP that I needed to
Oh,
do
yeah.
for the weekly bounty.
Oh yeah.
It's like you're trash. It's like I don't care. It's like I'm just here for the
don't
weekly
care.
bounties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing 3 matches and I'm going the fuck away.
Getting the fuck out
So
of this.
I just write back. It's like, oh, I'm really, I'm terrible.
But but Gears changed the game when they introduced Horde mode. As soon as
Yes.
they introduced Horde mode, it was
Yes.
like, oh, we can do this as a 5-person team, and we can just kill shit and just and
they
like
continuously
build 4 or 5 stuff.
upgrading.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
With the laser fences.
And that made classes matter, like because then
Yes.
you could like change
Yeah.
what you were doing or how you're using stuff, and it was huge. It was a
Yeah, because
massive difference.
that was the main thing with my class.
Yeah.
Because I think I was Dell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used Dell.
Yeah.
That was the technician or the constructor. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
and Alex is using Jack, and like everybody was smart about who they picked and why they picked it. Like I was using God, I don't remember his name now. He was using the
You were the old
rifle, like basically not the Lancer. I can't think of the name.
No, I was-
Hammerburst.
The Hammerburst. Yeah.
And I had the ability to drop replenish everybody's ammo.
Yes.
So and we were
Oh,
running,
right.
We were
Okay.
running into that problem early on because like we would just shoot and be like, fuck, what do
We're
we
out.
do?
We're out. And then one of my guns has to stay as that repair gun for the fences.
Right.
You know what I mean? So all I had was basically one gun, a pistol, and and grenades if I could.
Guys, I want to play Horde right now.
I know, right?
No, so I was Foz where he had the
Foz is
the
good, too.
the MK whatever it was,
Yeah,
but it was like a
that
single
rifle.
shot. It was
Fuck.
basically a single shot scout rifle along with a sniper rifle.
Yeah,
So,
Heavy's
and
coming
then-
up and Dan just like pop pop.
Yeah, like headshot, boom.
Go sleep,
And,
bitch.
and then
Bye-bye.
his one perk was that he ended up having X-ray vision, and then you could shoot the guys, like basically through the X-ray vision.
Now I'm not gonna mind playing the game later if you want to play it, but keep in mind it's been a while for me, so I forgot how to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Got all
Yeah.
the
I legit forgot how to play. You mean like I'm thinking right now going, okay, I remember right bumper is reload. You got to hit it again to go
gotta
ahead
hit
and
it
get
again.
the fast
You gotta
spot.
time it. You gotta
Like
time it.
Yeah.
I am seriously going through my head going, how did I play this?
I forgive you for being off on that timing. Forgetting how the buttons work is a problem.
The problem is
Not forgetting how the buttons work, forgetting what the buttons do. That's what it is.
Because you get accustomed to the layout of one game.
exactly.
You get
You think
You
you
start
start using the
switching to
same
another game,
you start
yeah.
using the same commands in different games.
Listen,
Yes,
man.
yes, what I'm
I'm
going.
just saying, y'all
You
gotta
guys,
get shit
you guys
together.
going from Destiny to Outriders. You guys.
Well,
That's
no,
not
no.
a problem.
First of
For
all,
me,
Mike,
it's
you know how it is. We're the same age. You know how things get.
We are not the same age.
Oh, we're not the same age.
No.
You're not 44.
No.
Oh,
Old bitch.
pandemic hit you hard. I'm so sorry. Pandemic hit you hard. My bad. I'm so sorry.
I'm fucking with shit.
He lost his headphones.
I'm sorry, I might pee a little. Maybe I am 44.
Oh man. All right, so the last one we're going to talk about is going to be Division 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Yes.
I heard Dan cuss a lot in these games.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Those were fun.
That was one of the funner games that for us to play together.
Funner?
Yeah,
It
funner.
was funner.
That's a word.
Yeah, it's a word. I'm sticking with it.
Look it up.
So I played the first one with you guys. You mean we ran the first one a good bit.
Well, you got the second one too, and
I got the second one for the PlayStation.
Did you?
Yeah.
I could have sworn we.
I thought we played together.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
we played a
Well,
little
no.
bit.
You know something? I might have bought it. Jesus Christ! There's so many games I bought twice.
I mean, because that's one where Hop shot that dog. He's so mad.
Wes, congratulations on your inaugural show. It's good times. Good times.
Oh shit!
First of all,
shit.
I just wanted to see
Wait,
what's
hold on.
possible.
You've been waiting this entire podcast.
I just wanted to
Listen
see
to
if it was
this man defend shooting a dog.
I just wanted to see if it was possible to shoot other things. Look, you can shoot the car windows, which is cool. You can shoot the tires out of the car. That's cool. There's a dog running
There
around.
are
There's
birds.
no way.
There are rats.
There's no way that they're gonna let me shoot a dog. If anything, I was a play tester, and why they would let me shoot a dog?
I'm sweating a little.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
Man.
Look, that game got grindy, and I quit. Like really grindy, and
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
And it's funny because we're not ones that are shy to grind.
No.
But
With each other,
No, of course not. That's why we're all pantsels.
yeah,
True.
of course.
True.
people can't see. They don't know.
mean,
That is why that's why
I am
we're
a
not
little
on video.
self-conscious
'cause
though.
That's why we're not on
pants.
video?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're pants.
Yeah, YouTube would not approve of
I
this.
don't want you.
Demonetization.
Yeah. Demonetization. You pay them.
Yeah.
You pay them. That's good.
This is the wrong content. Give us money.
OnlyFans.
You don't know unless you try to find us. Oh man, but yeah. So the total breakdown here is the fact that we have thrown down for a long time on these games, and
We have.
we have definitely learned something about each other with it. Like yeah, number one, you can't shoot dogs in games. So we learned that.
Damn, that's platforming.
But
I won't lie. You're right. It's fucked up for them to let you shoot dogs.
but the fact that you did it, the fact that you tried.
It's like bird, dog.
Wait, bird. I can't get the. Oh wait, look at that dog staying there, nice and still.
I think the hardest part was the yelp that it let out.
I know. I was like,
It's like somebody actually programmed that.
I was so like he was like, let me see, pop, and I was like, what the fuck did you just do? He's like, you shoot that dog? He's like, yeah. What the fuck did you shoot that dog for?
I just wanted to. I felt bad. I did
Oh
feel
my
bad.
God.
hope so.
You did.
Yeah, I felt
Oh
bad.
my
I'm
god.
sure you did.
Anyway,
So we told y'all some fucked up shit when it comes to co-op games.
This is our group.
Now let's bring you news. All right, so we already know right now E3 is still running, so we're not really going to dive too much into what's
we've
happening.
already watched it.
We've already watched it.
It was awesome.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
It's great.
well, no, I mean, we still have Monday to go, Monday and Tuesday,
the big stuff.
yeah. Which we'll wait until. Look, I'm not going to drop anything on E3 for the most part until when Anthony and I do it next week. So.
Yeah, that's fine.
But when it comes down to some of the stuff we have already seen, at least prior to E3 starting, we had a gameplay trailer and a release date for Elden Ring.
Look good.
Man,
Look real good.
Now, it looked pretty. It looked damn pretty. Will I play it?
I don't know enough about it to be like, yeah, I need that.
so my thing is it's very Dark Soulsy, which is not my type of game. Like it looks good. Same with Dark Souls. Dark Souls looks good, but it's not my type. I don't want
You
to
don't want to
have
hate
that
yourself?
punishing experience when I play.
Yeah.
No, you play to have fun. You don't play to
Right.
go ahead and just
You
Honestly,
play the game.
continuously
the
get
game
the
doesn't
shit
play
kicked
you.
out of you.
If I want to slide the difficulty out there, yes. But I rarely do. Like, I just want to play through the game.
Hey, I'm more of a casual.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't have time. I don't have that kind of time anymore.
Most difficult game I've ever played that I feel pretty good about completing successfully was Ninja Gaiden on Xbox.
Yeah, it was so good too.
That was so
It's
hard.
Super violent too.
It was.
Yeah.
Good things.
But man, it was so hard, and I completed it. Biggest achievement, like biggest proudest gaming achievement
moment.
that I've had. Yeah.
So we have a little synopsis for the game. So the Golden Order has been broken. Rise, tarnish, and be guided by grace and brandish the power of the Elden Ring and become an Elden Lord in the lands between. In the lands between, ruled by Queen Marika, the Eternal, the Elden Ring, the source of the Erd Tree has been shattered. Marika's offspring, demigods all claim the shard of the Elden Ring known as the Great Runes, and the Mad Taint,
Taint.
I love you stopped there.
because I got caught off guard. It's a little bit of a cold read, but still. Yeah, the Mad Taint of
'Cause you're awesome at these.
their new form strength triggered a war. I'm actually doing better this time than normal. The Shattering. A war that meant abandonment by the greater will, and now the guidance and grace will be brought to the tarnished who were spurned by the grace and gold and exiled from the lands between. Yea, dead who yet live, your grace long lost, follow the path of the lands between, beyond the foggy sea, and stand before the Elden Ring.
Like how your voice
and
gets
become
deeper as
the Elden Lord.
Probably should have done it with a bit of an accent next time, but you know, it's a little too late.
Yeah, I mean, it looked, like I said, it looks good. I don't know that, like, I just don't know enough about the gameplay to know whether or not I wanna go ahead and play this game.
Yeah. Yeah. So, sorry. Like I said before, quick. This was a cold read. Just trying to find. Okay, so the game is going to be released January 21st, 2022. That's so that's when we're actually going to get this. Yeah, we got a little bit of time, but this was something that was 2 years in the making to go ahead and just see this.
Who's this? Ubisoft?
From software.
Nah. Yeah, but
Okay.
I mean, this is the one that was George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Instead of finishing his goddamn books, he's just like, I'm just going to make a whole bunch of other shit.
Like how I was talking about with Dark Souls, you know what I mean? I mean, the director of this game, also did the Dark Souls games.
Yeah, all right.
So I mean, look, it makes sense. For it to be this way.
Is this linked into
it
the
looks
Lord of the
right.
Rings at all?
There it is. It's
Yeah.
Bandai Namco.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Bandai. All right, so that's gonna be coming out January 21st, 2022.
Cool.
So the next one that we have is something that I know all of us are quite excited about, and it is something that look, everybody knows how much I love the series, so now I get to have friends who love it too talk about it.
Yay!
Fuck Borderlands 3.
Well, this is going to be Borderlands 3, and we're talking about Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. So what we got from this was, and I'm actually going to go ahead and play the trailer right now, and we're actually getting audio coming from the computer. There we go. All right, so so I mean, we're going to go ahead and have this whole thing run up and show us everything after we watch a Ratchet & Clank trailer.
I mean, the trailer itself wasn't much of a.
The trailer didn't give us much.
Of a trailer. It was more gameplay.
I was confused at first. Very confused.
Now, one of the coolest things I thought about it is the cast that they have in the game. I am very surprised by the people they picked. So
I'm very excited for that.
So you have Wanda Sykes, which I love Wanda Sykes.
She's an all-time
Her
great.
voice is great.
Yeah.
Andy Samberg, which is much more you guys than me.
I love Andy
I will
Samberg.
say that.
Yeah, he's funny.
You gotta watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, bro.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
See, just has
Anything.
so I've gotten into it a little bit,
Right.
but he's just
Lonely
not my
Island.
guy. I can't stand them.
What?
I cannot.
He can't.
What?
I don't understand it. It's so
And
funny.
then you
Put it
also
on the
have
ground.
Lego Batman himself, Will Arnett.
Yep,
is
of
going to be a
course.
part of this.
Excellent.
And then my favorite girl, the greatest, at least to me, one of the greater, voice actresses out there, Ashley Birch.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's good.
yes.
Because she comes back as Tiny Tina. So I am
Wait.
definitely excited for this.
Do you think she'll be an actual playable
I don't think she's
character?
going to be playable. I really don't.
I don't think so either.
And the reason
Just
why
the way they rolled it out.
I don't think
the way
any
that,
of these
the way that they showed
voice
it,
actors-
yes, Butt Stallion.
Stallion.
Yeah, so I mean, the way they rolled this whole thing out, it doesn't look like she's going. I mean, it looks like she's going to be
the narrator.
Yeah, the narrator.
Kind of like she was for Bunkers and Badass.
Yes, and this game is taking place basically directly after that.
Yeah,
So-
I don't think any of these voice actors are going to be any of the playable characters either. So
I don't think so either. I just think that
Which is fine. Normally in the Borderlands run, you don't have like major known people being the I think Halo from Injustice. She's the only one that I know that was she was Amara.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? Borderlands 3.
Young Justice. Not
Young
Injustice.
Young Justice.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, she's the only one I know. You know what I mean? Actually, as a voice actor, that was part of the game.
Yeah.
how do you not like Lonely Island? Like, have you watched like all of it?
I've seen a handful of the music videos. You know what I mean?
He doesn't like the humor.
I'm not.
Which is funny because that's half of what we've been
That's
doing.
all we
down
do.
here.
Yeah. But it's done to
It's
song.
all dick jokes.
With incredible production. You know what? This is not the time.
No, look. I mean, if you guys want to go ahead and keep on hitting me on this, fine. I'm merely saying, it's just not what I want. It's not what I want to listen to.
Speaking of
It's
what
funny.
I want,
It's funny because
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
the same thing we were talking about yesterday. For your co-stream with Alex and Jacob from What's Your Spaghetti Policy, the Bo Burnham stuff.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't stand Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
I can't stand him at all. I like Stephen Lynch much more than I like him, and and they're basically the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it's just it hits different. What I want is I want to know what the gameplay is supposed to be like. Like, are you, because they're going Dungeons and Dragons theme, which is great for me because I fucking love that
Dragons,
shit.
but also a looter shooter.
Yeah, but so is it more like sword, shield, melee, magic, arrow, or are we sticking with guns?
Well,
No, it's all of it.
They have guns
It's
in it
supposed to
too.
be all
'Cause
of it, yeah.
in that little preview clip, they have the guy shooting a gun.
Yeah, so I'm just
Right.
like, am I going to see dragons and like fucking kobolds and shit like that, or is it going to be standard Borderlands fare? Like, I just don't.
I think it's
know.
going to be Borderlands fare with with a huge dumping of
Don't.
with a huge dumping of like melee and like wizardry. You know what I mean, like mage stuff and. And like hack and slash.
So kind of like we were saying earlier, like I get worried about that because maybe you're doing a little too much.
There's a lot there.
Like,
see, I'm guessing it's going to be more of particular class is going to be able to handle a certain thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hope so.
Or are they gonna have like we're in Borderlands 3 where there's multiple trees, like the way that you spec out your trees.
You've always had multiple
I mean, you've
trees.
always had that with Borderlands.
But I'm also I just thought of something like if it with this with Dungeons and Badasses, if
Bunkers
they're
and
gonna
Badasses.
bunkers and badasses, pardon me, if they're just gonna reskin this with that.
So the one thing we don't know yet is whether this is going to be a full-fledged game or if it's basically going to be like a Miles Morales to the PS4 Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't want that. Like, if you're gonna do it, make me a real game
Yes,
Yeah.
and I agree.
with DLC.
with DLC. Absolutely right.
I mean, look, when you have something like this game, it makes sense to go ahead and look. Gearbox, 2K, they've been good at saying, okay, this is where things are going to go. They've been doing that a lot lately, over the last few years, and it's honestly, it's something that we expect from them. And we're going to find out. We have to find out more from Gearbox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, I guess we already did find out.
Well,
through Gearbox with E3.
Yeah,
Randy
seen it already.
Yeah, Randy Pitchford tweeted.
Tweeted?
This was a game he's been trying to make for a long time. So
Yeah.
I think
Well, yeah,
it's
because
gonna be more
I mean,
full-fledged.
last year they just put out the board game.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The Bunkers and Badass board game.
Right.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Which I'd be interested in getting, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Alright.
Now another thing that we are
I
most
play
likely
with
going
it.
to see later on with E3 is going to be an XCOM like Marvel game, which I know nothing about XCOM. I know
neither
nothing
do
about
I.
that style. So you mean that style of playing. So
Isn't
I'm
that,
just leaving
isn't
it.
that like turn by turn?
Yeah, it's like yeah,
Yeah.
turn-based strategy.
Yeah, no, it's not my
Yeah.
jam.
I try getting
Look,
into those like Gears of War has that.
The
Yeah.
strategy.
Oh, tactics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tactics.
And
Yeah.
Halo Wars,
Um,
it's not
Halo
my
Wars.
deal.
Yeah,
I mean, look, I'll at least watch to go ahead and
Yeah.
see what they give us. That doesn't mean I'm going to buy it, obviously, but I'm at least going to see what they do. So the next article that I have is going to be something that I know
Yeah,
that
just
Mike.
the article just said Tiny Tina's Dungeon Master, so no, she's not in the game.
There you go. So this next one is going to be one that's very something that Mr. Mike Clyburn is going to love very, very much.
Yes.
And it has to do with a game that is going to be coming out June 22nd, and it is called Dungeons and Dragons: Dark Alliance.
Yes.
So they have revealed that there are going to be several plans for DLCs and updates following the launch of the game.
just to jump in there for a second.
Please do.
Day and date, it's gonna release on Game Pass.
Yes.
Yes. So we were talking about this when I popped it in our group chat, and you said, "Oh, didn't this already release?" I think you're thinking about Baldur's Gate: Dark Alliance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a slightly different game.
Yeah.
But I think it's stylistically going to be kind of the same.
It-
top down.
It looks like it's a very pretty game.
It is.
So the post-launch content that we're going to be getting is during this summer, it's summer 2021, we're going to get the first free DLC. And then in the fall, we're going to get our second free DLC. And the first one is going to give us new levels. The second one is going to give us new levels and new difficulty rankings, which is pretty cool.
Love that.
And then the third one is going to be also in the fall of 2021. And this looks like it's going to be the one that you're actually going to have to purchase.
Yeah. Which is
And
fine.
this one is going to
If I
be new
don't pay for the
playable
game, I don't
characters, new levels, and much more. It's going to be called The Echoes of the Blood War. So, look, if the game sits right, I'm fine. I'm fine messing with it. You know what I mean? I have no issue. When I was watching the the gameplay of this, it looked very similar to like a
Play it.
Play it.
I keep on forgetting about
Have it
that.
on the background.
So this game's gonna be basically you're looking for the legendary crystal shard, and you're just essentially just rocking through some shit. See, now this looks more like a
Third person.
well, yeah, it's a third person type of game. I mean, you have
That menu kind of reminded me of Skyrim a little bit.
Ouch.
See, that's
everybody's too focused to watch to go
looks-
ahead and actually comment on what Mike said.
That looks like a Dan type of a character right there. That
Oh, well, the
The dwarf.
the
dwarf.
dwarf, stocky.
See,
kinda
this one looks like you,
Battle
Hav.
axe. Bald and beautiful.
Well, no. Well, no. This guy's got a. He looks like an elf. But I mean, he's dealing with dual swords, shit like that. But yeah, man. So
Pick your classes. I like that it looks like it's very modeled after 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons.
actually, you know something, Mike? You're right. It does have it's very much a Skyrim feel to it.
Yeah, like it's just like from the font to like some of the level design, it just feels like a third person multiplayer Skyrim set in the D&D world, which is honestly, if you could if those two things had a baby right now, I'm in.
I mean,
Look
look.
at
I mean,
look at that. That looks
I mean,
very, very
I mean,
Skyrim.
that's kind of what I was expecting out of Avowed. Whenever we do see something with that,
Hopefully this weekend. I mean, we've already
I
seen
mean, we've
it.
already seen it,
yeah,
of
we've already
course,
seen it.
of course.
Well,
It
we
was
saw
awesome.
an arrow.
Yeah.
Well, that was last
We
year.
watched an arrow.
Oh, the arrow.
We got all hot and bothered about an arrow.
It's a beautiful arrow, man.
We really did. Yeah, like, dude, like me and the guys went extensive on an arrow flying through the air.
Yeah. I think it was the prospect of what the game could be, but yeah, we just saw an arrow. It's good.
Motherfucker just dropped off and then ended up just right back on the same fucking platform. That was
Oh no!
yes,
jumping.
just for
It's
Dan.
Oh,
Damn it!
That's gonna be Dan right there.
Damn it, Dan.
absolutely.
Damn it!
Blown off repeatedly. How are you this bad at this game? You developed this game. How are you so bad at it?
Wait, how did they catch me?
Oh, I love that.
The rolls.
No,
Just
the traps.
the little puzzle.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
I like
in.
that.
I'm in. Like that's
Oh,
one of my favorite things
Ooh,
about
an
Dungeons and
arrow.
Dragons.
You see that quick burst?
Yeah.
With those arrows, that looks really good.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
I think
Okay.
yeah,
Right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that on Monday.
So
a little bit.
Yeah.
Well-
so the game is
I'm game.
again available
I can't.
Cool, you
on
know.
Xbox.
That's right.
And PlayStation, but day and date Game Pass.
Game Pass. Yeah. Why would I ever use anything on
And it's
PlayStation?
funny because we have done that with a lot of games. You know what I mean? Going ahead and just, you know what I mean, running them just straight up. You know what I mean? Just from Game Pass. Look, I did that with both Oris.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We've done that with Outriders.
Yep.
Yeah, Outriders game I was extremely hesitant on. It's
You
like,
were.
I'm not gonna.
You definitely were.
It's like, I'm not gonna spend
Game Pass.
$60 on it. Then they announced that
See,
day
I
and
was
date Game Pass.
I was ready to spend the $60, and then when I found out about it coming out day one, I'm like, good. I'm glad I didn't spend the $60.
Yeah.
I mean, after going through everything and just you mean not knowing what's coming up afterwards.
MLB The Show, day and date Game Pass. Ridiculous.
Yeah. So, man, look. This is one of those games that we are definitely all going to throw down on when the four of us find time together to go ahead and definitely do it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it might be one of the games to where we get a little, we get a little
Yeah,
savant
we get
like
to school you. School you, Dan.
Yeah, 'cause,
we get a little,
Learn about this.
Guys,
And
where do I
then-
need to go?
and then Dan needs to go ahead and catch up a little bit. But there's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing at all.
So that's all I got in news.
Cool.
So I get to finally ask other people than Anthony and Andy. Because I have a little bit myself, but let's go ahead and find out what these guys are playing.
with myself. Yeah, I'm actually playing several different things right now. It's a little juggling act, but outside of
Gee, that sounds familiar.
Not anymore, yo. I'm converted, man. I'm different. I'm different now.
It's not terrible because I have a multiplayer game that I play with you guys, the Outriders,
Outsiders,
Yeah.
outliers. Yeah.
So other than that, I am playing Judgment, which is a game set in the Yakuza
Okay.
universe,
Oh,
which
okay.
I know you guys are sick and tired of hearing me talk about it.
Well, now
It is
now the
a-
people
No, it makes
finally
it-
get to hear about it.
No, it makes
It
sense.
is the Yakuza series. It is a fantastic game.
Now, one of my friends, Adrian from the Unknown Games podcast, his co-host, Alex,
Games Up.
he's played Yakuza like a lot, and he's in the same boat as you, just really liking the game.
He has good taste. I have played Yakuza 0, through now 7. And then 7 mixed it up a little bit because 7 became from an action RPG to just a straight up turn-based JRPG, which was a little weird, but it worked. Like I loved it, and I was
Still
like all
tickled
in.
your fancy?
It did, and it was like the way they make it seem was like all right. Essentially, the main character Ichiban it's what he sees because of what he played a lot of when he was younger. He played a lot of like a Dragon Quest. So in his world, a lot of the people he's fighting fit these JRPG tropes. So in his view, it was basically a big JRPG game.
Okay, cool.
Loved it. It worked.
Oh, what else you got?
So Judgment is based on the universe, not necessarily focusing on you, the main character, as a Yakuza, but you're a lawyer turned detective, private eye type of thing.
Cool.
Still in the underbelly, still in the criminal world of the Yakuza. Really good. It's the story. It's chef's kiss. Phenomenal. So that on the Xbox. Dabbled a little bit in Phantasy Star Online 2.
Yeah, you were talking about that earlier this week.
Just started getting into it, so I haven't really gotten too deep into that. And then on the PlayStation 5, I'm still playing the Ratchet & Clank the PS4 game.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's it.
And
myself a lot.
I mean, I feel like that goes unsaid.
I'm
That's
doing
a
it
good
right now.
I'm actually
we're all doing it.
Yeah, again,
I'm actually doing that a little bit more now than actually playing video games. No, actually, to be perfectly honest,
How when it ends so quickly?
hey, I got things to do. I got a lot of stuff.
That's
life
what
stuff.
Dan is playing.
No, actually, right now
he treats it as a speed run.
there you go.
It's real nice.
Love you too, Hav. Kind of taking a little break from most of my gaming. Some things have come up during life, but when I do game, it's the Gambit with you guys. Kind of.
We've done that in weeks.
Yeah.
But Borderlands 3, I kind of dabbled in just to like kind of remember.
Dip your toes back in.
Dip my toes back in. Remember how the controls actually work.
Always remember.
Yeah, pretty much it. And there's a ton of games on my hard drive which I haven't even touched.
And Outriders.
And yes, I've been dabbling with the Outriders as
Outlanders.
Well. Yep.
Outsiders.
Yep.
So
Mikey.
stupid.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're playing Outlanders together. I just beat that. We started doing expeditions, which is fine. It just, it's grindy.
We already talked about it.
It's grindy for the sake of grindy. I just finished up Injustice 2, the story mode. Everybody knows I'm not a fighting game guy. I was just doing it.
It was cool, though, man. It was good to watch.
Honestly, the story was actually really good.
The story of their games are... I'm also not a fighting... But Injustice was great. Mortal Kombat 10 and 11.
NetherRealms makes good shit. It makes good.
Just the story, and it forces you... Like, they force you to play as these other characters. You can't just play the story as
just one person.
Yeah.
Now, the biggest thing that threw me off with watching you play Injustice 2 was Aquaman. Because Aquaman is voiced by Phil Lamar, who a lot of people would know as...
look like...
No, a lot of people know Phil Lamar as Hermes from Futurama or Samurai Jack.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's the same guy. And seeing him as the blonde-haired, white...
See, I know him as the UPS guy on Mad TV. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's another one.
UBS, bro.
Whatever.
But I mean, yes, seeing a black guy actually like flip it from what everybody talked about before. So seeing a black guy play a white guy, it's interesting because his voice is very distinct.
So I actually kind of liked using Aquaman, which feels weird for me to say out loud. His character, like his moves, were
I love
really
his
good.
ultimate.
Yeah, like it was just it's so badass. I don't
He's
know how to
very
do
brawly,
the
isn't he?
He's fast. He's faster than I thought he would be. Okay. Like with that trident, he has this like 5-hit combo.
And he's got range
and you're just
too.
like, oh shit. Yeah. I didn't like using Batman that much. Like I just felt like he should have had better moves. Personally, like maybe lean into his bag of tricks more. Superman felt strong. Like my problem towards the end there was like fighting Brainiac, like if he got like
That
3
was
hits on
OP,
you, I was like,
dude.
holy! Like I turned into Dan. I was except my kids were in the room, so I
He
couldn't
did.
cuss.
I was watching it.
I was like,
yeah,
yo, what am I supposed to do against this guy? He's just ruining me. Like he just hit you 3 times, and like that first half of your health is gone. And I was like,
what am I supposed to do?
I'm Batman. Like if we're playing this from a realism standpoint, like I'm already fucked. It's already over.
Yeah.
So I beat that. That was fun. I'm trying to figure out what to stream next. I think it might be Lego Batman with my kid.
That'd be awesome.
that'd be cool.
If he sits still long enough, I don't know.
He's 5.
Could be a short stream.
He's 5. And then I fired up Torchlight 3 the other day, which is it's just for me. You know, if anybody else wants to jump in, that's fine. But
I've never touched them.
like I just do it for me.
I think it's sitting on my hard drive.
Yeah, it's a good time. Like it's just a way for me to waste time. I did it before everybody woke up one day. I was like, yeah, I'll do this from time to time. But that's pretty much it.
All right. Yeah. So Outriders. You know what I mean? I've been going ahead and playing that. Yeah. Like
This is
This game's got so many different names to it.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, so we beat that. That was fun running expeditions and doing a little hunting, trophy hunting with Mike. I mean, that's what we were doing last time. So that was fun. Haven't really jumped into anything else. Really, I'm still rocking Miles on PlayStation. I'm trying to stick with that one game.
Did you say trophy hunting?
Achievement hunting.
Yeah. Xbox, it's not trophies.
No.
Wow,
Calm-
don't mix it up, man.
calm the fuck down.
Don't mix it up.
Calm the fuck down.
Listen, I don't mix it up, man.
This man sounds like he's putting threats to
I'm a
me.
little confused.
But
I know. I
to be honest, earlier,
I get this
earlier
is your
before the
inaugural
mics-
show. This is your first time.
He just wants you to be right.
I want you to get it right.
That's all.
I don't want you to. Don't,
But before the
don't
mics
embarrass
came
us.
on, wasn't Mike
Us.
threatening?
Talk about touching yourself repeatedly here.
This is
No, you were threatening bodily harm
Twice.
upon.
That was, yeah, because I don't want y'all to fuck this show up. I'll punch you straight in the dick. Straight in the dick.
don't
Alright,
threaten us
so-
with a good time, man.
Promises.
So PlayStation 5, I've been running Miles, and I'm really enjoying the story. It's been fun. I've mainly just been fucking around with, what's on the phone, just trying to go ahead and just hit, that type of stuff, just because it's just something different. Than actually just kicking the main story.
Actually, that's something I might do. I might hop back into both Spider-Man games and just do a bunch of just swinging around, popping off crimes and checking shit off.
Yeah. So, and then other than that, before the family wakes up, normally on weekends, or even on the weekdays before I go to work, I'm kicking Animal Crossing. It's a fun thing to do on the Switch Lite.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, man. So look, first and foremost, before I go ahead and take the whole thing out, I want to thank you guys for being on here.
Yeah.
Yo, this shit's been fucking
My
badass.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Love y'all, and we've been running together for this entire pandemic without fucking seeing each other for the most part.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is the
it's
first
been
time.
actually-
a year.
the first
So
time
actually
we're
sitting in the same room with
Yes.
you guys.
Put my hands on you.
It's been a while.
At least buy me dinner first.
No.
Pretty sure it's already happened at one point.
It's been too long.
Yeah, true. You're right.
But just to go ahead and take us out, let me tell y'all where you can find CGC. So you can find us on consolegamingcrew.com. You can email us at consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. Our Twitter, which I handle the most of, is going to be @consolecrew. You can look for our YouTube and Instagram. Both of them are under Console Gaming Crew. Fuck Facebook.
Fuck Facebook.
As y'all say, fuck Borderlands. Fuck Facebook.
You still have it though.
Oh yeah, but it's ghosted. It's pretty much fucking ghosted.
Yeah, you can ghost as much as you want. It's just
It's there.
Honestly, I used it last night for the first time in forever, and it got people jumping the stream. So
Good work on you.
Apparently, people still use it. I don't understand why. It's
Good
dead.
work on you.
It's a dead format.
Yeah. You can also find us at our network. It is Boss Rush Networks at bossrushgames.com. Not only are you going to find us, you can find other content creators and other podcasts. Our 1v1 episode where we're interviewed by the amazing Celeste is out there right now. It is hilarious to listen to. It's about hour 45 to listen to that whole episode.
They should just followed us on Twitter. So thank you, Celeste.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Celeste, she is so awesome,
Appreciate
man.
you,
She is
girl.
great. You can also find other podcasts on there like the EXP Cast, WASD and Beyond, as well as the Towers, the Two Towers podcast. And then you can also find other content creators, YouTubers and stuff like that, and also just straight up streamers.
Nice.
You can follow us also on Twitch. It is CGC Podcast. Monday nights we either run, we basically just run a co-op game. That's basically what we do right now. I have it labeled as Destiny 2, but we've changed it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll probably change it. Yep.
For right now, Freaky Friday is going to be turned to Fun Friday. I'm going to end up throwing down on some games, whether we're going to yeet on Fall Guys or maybe I might just play some Miles. Whatever the case may be, we'll figure it out. It's not that big of a deal.
Because you're too scared to play the scary games anymore.
Well, no, because
you can't break up.
no,
flow.
because Andy needs to finish Outlast, and he will when he comes back from his paternity leave. And yeah, man, that's it. So before we leave, Mike, tell everybody where they can find you and the Twisted Cape.
All the same places at the Twisted Cape, no spaces.
Man, that's simple as shit,
Fuck
man.
yeah.
Y'all killed the game now.
Except Boss Rush. We're not on Boss Rush.
No.
We just kick it.
All right.
We got peeps. What's up, Inner Circle? Love y'all.
Nice.
Dan.
Twitch, Dan Gray Jr. all together. Instagram, Dan Gray Jr. _ and Twitter, Dan Gray Jr.
Huh?
GRAY.
I don't even know what my handles are because I'm old. I don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
he just forgot who the fuck we are, man. Like, I don't know, what are you asking him for?
I was like, no, don't follow me. I mean, if you want to, it's Nightcrawler on Twitter, but
It's spelled wrong.
NITEKRAWLER, something like that.
Something like that.
Probably.
Probably.
I mean,
I could just look it up.
You either might.
I won't.
You either might get me or might get somebody else. But whatever. I don't care. Follow me or don't.
Follow his OnlyFans for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's just various stages of his beard. That's all it is.
Yes. And
You know that's somebody's kink too.
I
Like,
may or may not shave. Sometimes.
Oh, man. Again,
Maybe
Thank
you'll get
y'all.
a little head.
the
thank you
fuck
guys
is
for being
happening?
on, man. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you too,
Wes,
bro.
Thanks.
All right, so until next time, as always, please stay safe.
Masturbate.
Wash your hands.
Wash them hands.
After you
Mask
masturbate.
the fuck up. We are
Absolutely.
almost done, y'all. We can see the end of this.
We all got vaccinated.
And that's why we're all sitting here.
Yeah.
And always, game on.
Came up.
Now about that dick I was talking about earlier.
Oh, really?